So today is going to be more fun because I'll be showing you how you can use trend line. Yes, just trend line. You can use a trend line to detect pullbacks during a trend, and you enter for a very good profitable trade using the trend line, using pullback. The trend is your friend. The question is, when is the right time to join the trend? Trend line is going to do the work for you. Always try to like my videos and try to subscribe. Also try to turn on the notification bell so that you can quickly see my video when I post them. Let's dive into it right now. Start using trend line to make profitable trades. Let's go there. Today is going to be very different because we'll be using the trend line now, so we are going into it. Sorry. So now, when you want to use a trend line, is very simple. Before you can use a trend line, you have to make sure you connect all the lowest low. Let's assume you want to enter for a buy trade. You connect all the lowest low together. So this is not working very well. You have to make sure you connect it to meet the current market situation. You can see this is the current market situation here, but we are not connecting this low, so we delete this. So maybe I should start from this low, like this. Okay, I think this is perfect. No, let me do it again. Let me draw this, connecting it like this. Good. The reason why I say this is perfect, let me see. Good. The reason why I say this is perfect because it's connected this low, this low, and this low, and this low. Wow, this is even a current market situation. This September 3. Okay, this is a good market condition. Now, anytime you want to trade a pullback using a trend line, you are going to use a trend line. I mean, you are going to use a counter trend line. Now, what do I mean by counter trend line? I don't want you to force it because you look for a pullback. This is a pullback here. This is a pullback here. This area is a pullback. Then you wait for a candle to break out outside this counter trend. Then you enter for your buy trade. You can see. So you set your stop loss. Maybe you can add like 10 pips below the wick. Then you go for 1-to-1 ratio, or you can go for more than that. This 100 pips. Now the reason why I say the reason I'm telling you not to force a counter trend, because see, there's what can I connect here? Nothing. See, this I connected this eye to this eye here. Sorry, I connected this eye to this eye here. But yeah, I'm connecting this eye to which of the eye here? Okay, you can say, Alex, what if we connect this eye together with this? I think you're still right. We can connect this eye together with this eye, then wait for market to break out here, then we enter for a buy trade. But don't force it. If you don't see any pullback, any counter pullback that you can draw your trend line to, this is a perfect one. This is a perfect one here. You can see market broke out here, then you enter for your buy trade. But this area this is a very good example. I can't force it here. There's only for you to force it. But you can say, Alex, what of this area? Okay, we can wait. We can do it like this eye to this eye, then wait for market to break out here. This is a perfect example. Wait for this current candle to form. After it has finished forming outside this counter trend, then you enter for your buy trade. So then you set your stop loss here. You can see this is a very great example. Let's look for a sell trade now. Anytime you want to connect, make sure you connect the low. You can start from this. Let's start from this low. If I connect this together, it does not make any sense, because how can I connect all this trend line together to make sense? Let me delete this. Let's start from here. Okay. Because let's assume this is where we joined the market, and markets touch this trend line. Perfect, it's touched this trend line, but we are not seeing any pullback here. This is a very good example of pullback here. Look at this area, wait for this pullback here to happen, then markets broke outside this pullback, then you enter for your sell trade. Boom, at this area, you see, enter for a sell trade here, enter for a sell trade here. So in this area now, there was only support here. We couldn't find any pullback. The pullback must be something like this, something like this. Let's look for another example. Just draw your trend line. Trend line are very powerful if you know how to use them. Markets came down here, touched this area. This is a very good pullback here, but I'm trying to connect. There is nothing to connect here, because if I just draw this trend line here, I'm just, where am I drawing it to? You understand? I have to connect all those lows together, but I'm not seeing a good low. But this area, you can see this is just a support and resistance here. You can also use support and resistance here. Yeah, because it serves as a confluence area. Yeah, it serves as a confluence area, because look at, markets came down here, it came up here, resistance. This is the support here, then support, and this is your resistance, support, this is your support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and market broke outside this support here, then you enter for your sell trade. So you can also trade it like support and resistance, you understand, if you can't find a pullback towards it. So I love using support and resistance too. Let's try to find another example. Let's connect all the eye together. Good, you can see, I love this example. I love, because if I connect this together, I think we're still cool. Now I love this. Market came down here, there was a pullback. I can connect this low and this particular low together. See, look at this low. I can connect this low and this low together. Market broke out here, we enter for our sell trade. There was a pullback again, this low and this low, but this low and this low, but because market broke outside this trend line, so I'm not going to take this as a trade. I'm going to forget about it. Let's look for another example again. Okay, we can't connect this together because it's not connecting this, so let me delete this, then let me connect this to this. Let me delete this, and let me delete this. Let me delete this. So markets came down here, it came up here, came down here, so you can see connected the low together here. So markets broke outside there. We enter for, if you enter for your sell trader, you will lose, because markets came down up immediately. But these are just examples. So it works fine if you know what you are doing. Look at an example here. See, I'm connecting all these lows together. See, connecting all this low. Markets came down here, came back here, came back here, came down here. I can't see any good pullback here because I can't connect anything here. So that's the reason I'm not going to trade this. I will neglect this. Yeah, then I love this low, this high to this high here. Markets broke out outside this here. Look at this high to this high. The markets broke outside this here, then we enter for a buy trade. Boom. So that's how you can use your trend line with a counter trend line, and to make it more juicy, you can add a support and resistance to it to make it area of confluence. You understand? This is an example of area of confluence. Look at this area. Look at this particular area. Let me draw it here. Look at this particular area. Look at this area. Look at it. This is our resistance area. You can see it. You can see a market broke outside this resistance area to form a support. It came back to this support, and you can see with our trend line, counter trend line with our support, this is a very good confluence area, and boom, you enter for your buy trade. So with this example, you can also trade your pullback, and it's going to make a lot of sense. If you want to turn this strategy into an automated trading system, I'm here for you to do that for you. Just contact me.